Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. So we're doing this Operation Write Home sketch. At this point, you can pause and get all of your dimensions. I'm going to try and go over them as we go through the video, because I did show you as we go here what pieces I was cutting. Okay, so for the card base, you can cut it two ways, either long ways or what I consider this to be the short way. If you cut it facing this angle, you get a regular size A2 card. If you turn it the long way, then you get the top folding A2 size card, which is what we are doing today. I'm grabbing a black paper for us to use for our mats. So I'm starting off on my base with the 5 3/8, and then I'm trimming it down to 4 1/8, and I did that for both pieces. And then I took the pattern paper and cut that at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay, and that'll give us a nice 1/8 of an inch border around our cardstock. And then I took the other half that I had cut originally, and this sheet I'm going to cut at 2 3/8 by 4 3/8. So that'll give us the trim around the piece that you see on the sketch itself. That was 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I'm just showing you here that I like to keep my scraps in the booklet, especially when I'm working on it, as much as we have been with this, you know, doing it every week. So I just keep them together. And then this piece right here, it happens to be long enough to do the 2 strips. So I just cut 2 1/2-inch strips, and I cut one down to 5 inch and the other is 5 1/4. And then I was going to pick a different sheet, and I realized I can just use this on the other card too. So I just cut it in half, making it 1/2 inch each, and then trimmed it one so that one would be shorter. And then I decided to do a mat for the focal image, the sentiment. So for that one, I made it 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. And then I cut the white paper to be 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, so we're just going to trim that down and then cut both our pieces for the sentiment. So off camera, I decided to go ahead and do the sentiment, so that way that part was done. So I took almost like a paintbrush, like a stroke, and I heat embossed happy birthday on each of them, one in gold, one in white. And now I'm just putting our cards together using the tape runner. And I'm just gonna go ahead, and I have my Kaisercraft sanding block, which it's really awesome because it's like all 4 sides actually. And so I just pick it up, I take it around all 4 edges, and you know, it just tidies up the edges, so that way if there's any type of fuzz balls or, you know, anything like that on the ends of your card, it'll clear it up. So I'm just laying those 2 down. And then the focal piece, I'm going to put it on the mat that we created. And then once again, hitting it with the Kaisercraft sanding block. And then I'm just going to pop it up with some foam circles that I have in my stash. I think I might have got these from one of them stores, one of the local stores. I can't remember which one. So I just attached that. Excuse me. There was a little bit of smudge, so I took my mono eraser and just, you know, cleaned it up real quick. I love it. If you guys don't have one, you got to get one. It's been awesome since I had it. Alright, so we're going to do card number 2. It's going to go together just as quick as card 1. And on this one, only because I didn't have much height difference with the first one, I decided to tape this one down a little bit higher than I did on the other one. So then that way when I added my pieces, they would both hang over just a little bit. Alright, and we're just going to attach these. And then same thing with the sentiment. And then attach with the foam as well. So it gives it a little bit of dimension. And then we're just going to attach this real quick. And I was contemplating on the accessories or what to do to finish off the card. For the past few weeks, we've just been using the Nuvo drops. But today I decided to pull out my sequins. And I actually have a fall mix from Neat and Tangled that I got from Scrapbooking with Me Boutique. And so I pulled some of those out and just started laying them around and figuring out, you know, which ones I wanted to use. What I like about the mixes is that a lot of times you get the different sizes. Excuse me. I'm slowly getting over a cold, which I've had now almost a week. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. But I love the fact that there's different sizes. So I just grabbed my tweezers and some multimedia mat, and we're going to go ahead and put these down all around on both cards. And I like to change up the pattern, put like a little cluster here, and then spread it around, making sure to keep it even, because I definitely, or even odd in the number of sequins, because I like how that, you know, winds up looking. And then with that last one right there, our cards are done. And I will say, what I like about doing the sequins, it stays, well, how do I say it? You don't have to worry about it as much. Like with the Nuvo drops, you got to make sure that they're sitting somewhere where nothing will get in it until it dries. Because with the Nuvo drops, it takes 24 hours for them to fully dry. So with the sequins, you know, you hit it with the multimedia mat, attach them, and within like an hour they're on there, you know what I mean? And if you're worried about it excuse me, going through the mail, you can just double check them, put down a little bit more glue if you need to, and keep it moving. Or maybe even next time use like a glue dot and some of the liquid glue. Couldn't hurt, okay? So here is a close-up of our cards for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. When you get to the end, I will have links to the last 2 Sketch Friday videos. And if you haven't, like I said before, subscribe, just click on my photo and then click on the bell, and that will give you an alert whenever I have new videos posting. So thanks again, you guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you with our Color Sunday video. Have a good one.